Hello, I'm alive. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Xahlee Talk Show. We are going to do install spell checker for Emacs running on Windows. This is for you guys who are using Emacs. For you guys, extreme Emacs nerds. Okay, so Emacs is a great, powerful text editor for mostly for programmers, but also good for writers or anyone who wants to, manipulate text a lot. So okay, spell checking. So this is continuation from last talk show. So we did the last talk show. So 2 days ago, maybe a week ago, episode 670. Make spell checking in Emacs Microsoft Windows great again. So okay, so let's open the previous because I need to. So let's open the previous one. I need to check. I need to get. So first of all, so some of the tips for spell checking. Okay, and some of the commands. Okay, so what we're gonna do? So we're gonna install hunspell. Okay, so hunspell. Do I have it installed? No, I don't think so. So let's turn on PowerShell. Control scroll to make it large. Okay, and let's see GCM hunspell. GCM means get command, which is analogous to Unix which. So hunspell is not installed, but aspell is. But however, my aspell is old version. So where is it? Xahlee user being aspell. Okay, so we need to install hunspell. So hunspell. Last time we know, if you are here, say hi. If you are watching, live, say hi. If you are watching offline, play at 1.5 speed because I ramble. Hello, Tamid. Meow. Hello. Oh, dude. Once you started, you'll never leave it. You'll never get a life, unhuman life. You mean Emacs? Yes. Emacs is a dark hole. I've been using since 1997, 98. About 1999, I live in Emacs. Okay, so get spell checking. We're gonna complete this today. So on Windows, it's not installed. So if you are not sure, check out my previous video a few days ago. I talked about, especially in the beginning, I talked about Richard Stallman, his abuse of the word free and freedom from the Free Software Foundation. And that explains why Emacs on Windows, for the Windows version of Emacs, spell checking doesn't work. You have to diddle to get it to work. So that's what we are going to do, to diddle something. So let's get that done. Okay, so this guy, very helpful. He's on Twitter. He showed me, he wrote a blog about how to get it to work. So you can check out his blog. I haven't watched the video, but let's just follow whatever he says. Okay, spell download. Okay, so you got this page. Let's click. You gotta download hunspell. Easy ports. Okay, hunspell. What the fuck? I understand. The SourceForge is not very good website. SourceForge is one of the oldest open source software repository, okay, like the oldest, since 1999 even, something, okay. But over the, so in 1999, or let's say year 2000s, there's no Git yet. Git is created sometimes around 2006. Then there are several others. Eventually Git won. Then GitHub was created sometimes in 2008 or something. Wait, was it 2008 or something? No, or maybe Jesus, I don't even remember now. Anyway, so SourceForge was the earliest since year 2000s. And there's another one called Fresh Meat. Very, very juvenile name, because they love these kind of names, because juvenile, because that's a Unix culture. which became Linux. Fresh meat. Do you guys know fresh meat? I'm not even sure the website is available now, but fresh meat was the earliest. Let's see, repo. Free code. Oh, they renamed it to free code, I guess. Fresh Meat Net, 1997 to 2014. Yeah, they shut down because anyway. So let's not digress. Let's get so we need to install hunspell. So where is it? Okay, hunspell. C project. Why is this website? Yeah, okay, so hold on a second. So let's get hunspell. Okay, so I want to go to the previous talk show. There's a link to hunspell. Yeah, so there. So hunspell. So I'm just going to go slowly and random-ish, okay? So this video is not worth your time. What the fuck? How are they arranged? They are not alphabetical, so Jesus. This website is from Eli's, Eli Zareski. He is one of the most senior old Emacs dev for maybe 20 years or more. And his focus is on Windows platform. So almost everything of Windows Emacs is made by him. But also he's a very cocky guy. He's very cocky, and kind of like an asshole. So a lot of people have problem with him, including me. Like every time I say something, he's gonna kind of silly. Anyway, so hunspell. Okay, there is hunspell. Let's so 1.3 132. So this is Bing. So let's get that. Okay. So this is what, from 2014? Jesus. Open source things are always like long outdated, okay? So there is hunspell. This is how I do things. I do things slowly. Now this fucking idiotic. Oh, I already downloaded. You just click. Okay, so I already downloaded. It's in download folder. Okay, go to download folder. Hunspell. So there's a duplicate. Delete that. Okay, so open this. So you got what? Oh, you got all these directories. So I have read this. There's long kind of documentation that you should put this in all these programs should be in the same directory, whatever this you download. Okay, so let's go to D drive, Bing. I already created this. I already downloaded. So this is, so let's split. Let's see, hunspell 1323. Hunspell. Okay, so it's already there. Open that, delete that. Okay, now we don't need that. So keep this. So I already, did I already expand? Yes, I already expanded. Okay, so hunspell is actually installed. Okay, so copy the file path. Now go to the PowerShell. But the path is not there, so you need to get the path. So that means you go to a system. So let's I want to go to click on the system. Let me show you. So click on the system and go to the environment variables. Okay, but I don't want to click there because I click there, it's gonna show my serial number for Windows, whatever, maybe personal. So is there any way to open the environment variables panel directly? Yes, I think so. Okay, so let's show some tricks of Windows. Actually, so we can just open a Windows folder viewer. This is called technically File Explorer, and just type environment variable. Okay, does it work? No, fucking idiots. God, this the Windows, fucking Windows, they go to the browser, idiots. Okay, so close settings. So I want, okay, so let's do search setting actually. Yeah, there. Edit the system environment variables. Edit environment variables for your account. So that one, yeah, that's what we want. So we got our environment variables, and what we want to set is the path. Okay, so this is like, technical and esoteric. You see, environment variables is global variable for system-wide. And you have that in Unix, Linux, and you also have that on Windows. You also have that on the Mac, of course. But however, the Unix environment variables in Unix and Windows are quite different. Okay, they are not the same. They have different conventions. They have different, so in environment variables in Unix and Linux, they are set up by your shell. I'm kind of digressing, but actually I don't, I'm on Windows, so I don't have bash. So actually, do I have bash? Yeah, bash history. You have .bash or .profile or -bash profile, things like that. Okay, so let's go to, I'm digressing all over. Okay, so you can check out my Linux tutorial, search for environment. Okay, I don't have a, so, go to search environment. So I got like tens of tutorials on environment variables. In Wolfram language, how do you set up environment variable from within Wolfram language, get their values and stuff. And why the environment variable system is bad. Why? Because it's a global variable. This is an old blog from 2015. 2015 is a year when you have this panorama technology, panorama videos. So what is this? Okay, that's an old blog. So what are we doing? Yeah, why the environment variable system is bad? Because it's just a global variable. So avoid it as much as possible. But the Unix people, they don't know shit. And the Linux people, every program tells you, oh, you need to set up this environment variable and stuff. Extreme idiocy for like 40 years. It began by the Unix idiots in 1970s. Okay, the Unix and C idiots. Anyway, so the main difference between Windows environment variables and the Unix ones is that on Windows, the permanent ones are stored in Windows registry. Okay, that's another huge topic. But anyway, so let's see Windows, and you can control Windows environment variables from PowerShell. So for example, this is a tutorial that tells you all you need to know about environment variables, okay? And you can start the environment variable by just running this program, like Windows R, and you can and type these system properties advanced, and this is a full path. You can start it in PowerShell and so on. So anyway, so you got a full tutorial, then you can set it up using PowerShell. So you don't need, so you don't need to use this, close that. wait, where is my environment variable windows? It went somewhere. But you can do it directly in PowerShell. So all these are tutorials. But but let's use this. If I close that, does that disappear? No, but you see, another annoying thing about Windows is that this panel does not have a corresponding icon to the fucking stupid Windows. Windows is idiotic all the way. So this window for environment variable, they don't have a corresponding icon on the taskbar. So anyway, lots of digression. So let's go back. So what is this? Linux by command line. Close it. What is this? Windows tips. Yeah, environment variable tutorial. But anyway, let's just go set it. So you need to set the path. Okay. So that is the one. User variable. Yes. Edit. Okay. So you see the windows are tiny. Even if you increase font system-wide, the fonts here are still tiny. There's no way, it's not possible to enlarge it. That's one of the extreme idiocy of Windows. The Windows idiots, they say, oh, Windows 11, shiny. Did they fix this? No. This is actually critical. Because for older people, or for screen size differs a lot. So sometimes you have too small a font. You cannot read it. This font is too small for me to read. And right now I'm doing a YouTube, so I need larger fonts so you guys can see. But it is not possible to actually make it larger. Well, you can do something like something like like this kind of shit. This for disabled, who's got eyesight problems. But this is uncanny, it's stupid. So that's Windows. And we stuck with that because now how do you get rid of this? Magnifier, close that. Anyway, so here is environment variables. I want to edit the path, so there. And I need to add the hunspell path there. Okay, so what is this? Close. What is this? Wordy blog. That's English. Okay, hunspell. So copy the file path, open it, paste it there, and backslash to. Wait, that's slash. So I need slash to backslash. Okay, then you want to, okay, so then copy that. Actually, so you want just that. So the path, okay, so what is this? Yeah, this is the path. So say new paste, okay, and okay. So let's double check. So you want to modify the path environment variable. So now it's here, easy wimport bin. Okay, I should have hunspell. Okay. Okay, so say okay, say okay. So now, if you do GCM get command hunspell, not found because you need to restart PowerShell. You learned it the hard way. Okay, why? Because when you start PowerShell, PowerShell reads the register to get all the environment variables. So now, if you say GCM, let's magnify, control scroll up, GCM hunspell. Now it'll say, there it is. You see, and another window idiocy. You see, you do not see the path, But however, if you want to see the path, you need to expand the window and call the command again. Now you see the path. You see? Anyway, so now we have Windows. We have hunspell installed. Fantastic. Any comments? No comments. Damask says hi. Okay. So we got hunspell installed. Fantastic. So what we do next? So we got also hzip and some other stuff. Okay. Hi, I'm late. You integrate hunspell as a kind of fly checker in a buffer? Yes, I'm basically just making spell checking work on Emacs in Windows. So my alarm clock, that's my alarm clock telling me to get up and walk every hour. Otherwise you get ass rot for you professional computer extreme programmers. Okay, let's get hunspell spell checking to work. So hunspell is installed, the path is set. However, in Emacs, you need to do several more things. Right now, even though it's set up, but Emacs doesn't know the new updated environment variable. So you actually need to restart Emacs. Okay, press the button. Not that button. Oh, I did. I pressed the two buttons. Okay, so here's a new Emacs. Now set up the font to be 23. And this one is old. Let's make it black. Fantastic. Fantastic theme. Okay, so here is a new, so this one knows iSpell. This old one doesn't know iSpell. So let's make it different color so that, what you do, meta X, customize theme. Okay, so it says, what theme do you want? Let's say, I'm not colorblind. Leuven. Buffer is read only. What the fuck? There, Leuven. Okay, that is the old, so you got a different color. So now this one is the fresh new Emacs. That's our main. So this one got hunspell path. Okay, so what is next? So can you try spell checking? Okay, correct. So press this key, space 9. You see, it doesn't work because you need to set up, right now it's using a spell. Okay, so now let's see, what is this page? To do. No, I don't want to do. Okay, save. Let's go to talk show. Okay, talk show, showing browser, fantastic. And let's just paste the word there, correct. Okay, where did it go? Let's paste it above here, showing browser, correct. Okay, so there's a few more things to do. You need to set up, so this guy, thanks to this guy is, what's his name? But he's Emacs Elements. He's also a YouTuber, so you guys check out his tutorial. So I'm just gonna go to his website and just steal his code. So he's got this bunch of code. Let's just steal it. The ways of the open source. Code by steal. Okay, start. Emacs this code, paste it there, pop it out to its own window. So it says the only real option is hunspell. Okay, aspell won't work according to him. So I downloaded, and he says add it to execute, add this directory. Okay, add the hunspell location to the to this variable. That's a variable in Emacs. You can. How do I know? Because I have a tutorial about it. Search execute path. You see, fairly complicated. What's the difference between execute path and environment variable path and so on. So anyway, you can check out. And also I have a tutorial about environment variables within Emacs. So you can set up environment variables within Emacs without touching the external shell environment variable if you want. So anyway, so I got several tutorials, but now what we're doing, so close. Okay, so he says, okay, so let's see what is it we need to do here. Okay, show space. Okay, let's clean the code a little bit. Okay, so wait, so British spelling, no, I don't care about Brits. Do you care about the Brits? I don't care about the Brits, actually. Before I thought British English sounds so nice. not today. My preferred English accent is California hippies. Actually not true. So anyway, American spelling, so what is this saying? I spell program name. Okay, so that's a variable. Let's see what's the value. So right now I have it as hunspell. I mean as aspell. That's incorrect. So I need to change it. So let's go to D drive. Let's go to hunspell directory again. So hunspell, copy file path, close. So this is my hunspell path. Okay, so yep, cut, paste. Okay, that's what I want. And I spell local dictionary. So what is the value? Describe var. Oh, I need to start, so this is old. Close that. And now xahlee start command log. Okay, now you can see everything, every command name and keystrokes I call. It'll show up there. Okay, for example, cut, you see. Okay, so now describe variable, I spell local dictionary. Value is nil, so let's set that. And now what is this? I spell local dictionary a list, stand for association list. Okay, so what does this I don't know. So describe variable, let's see, list of local or customized dictionary definitions. Yeah, okay, so so what is this list? So seems, why is it so complicated? So it's an association list. Okay, wait, you're supposed to have a dot if you want associate. What? I think this is incorrect. That's, this is not association list. Okay, I think I don't care about this for now, and don't run code you don't trust. Okay, in this case I don't need those. Okay, so then you say if I spell hunspell dictionary a list, so if that's okay, so oh, this is another variable. Jesus, now is that built in? It is. So it is actually defined. I mean, this variable is part of Emacs. I spell hunspell, so it's specific to hunspell. Okay, so set that to I spell local dictionary a list. Oh, so it's gonna, so now you actually need to put this back because it's, you know, the value of this variable in yellow is referring to the value of this variable in pink. So that's why you need that. Okay, then hunspell default dictionary. So describe variable is that, so that is also a predefined variable in Emacs in iSpell. Very complex, complicated fuck. You know, in software, the most number one important thing is you don't want complexity. You want the things to be as simple as possible. So anyway, you see, to set up a spell checker, it is now fairly complicated fuck. Okay, so anyway, this we need this default dictionary check. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I think that's all these what we need. Okay, so before we do anything, let's check spell check and see if it works. So space 9 is my key. Okay, so it does not work because it says a spell version is not correct. Okay, but now, so by the way, the command I call is let me show you. Okay, so the command I just called is iSpell word. Okay, okay, so now I run that and I run that. Okay, you can see eval last set 6. That's how I run it. Okay, now I eval that, now I eval that, now I eval that. So now everything should be set up. Now let's do spell checking again. Space 9. Oh, spelling is correct. Can you see? Successful. Fantastic. That is the beauty of coding. All today's effort is done. Yeah, alarm clock is great because I set it up. Basically, you need to get up, you know, get your fat ass up from the seat, you know, flying by the seat of your pants. You need to get up every hour, walk for a minute or two, for 5 minutes actually, at minimum 5 minutes every 2 hours. But actually, you know, just get up, you know, move about for a minute or two. That would be good. This is advice for you long-term programmers because you're gonna, you know, be coding for 10, 20, 30 years. I've been coding for 30 years. And for you severe nerds, because average coders, they don't sit all day, you know, they talk, they on the phone, they're gonna do something, they're gonna go meetings, you know, that's normal. Average coders, they go to a job and they go home and they eat, go out for dinner, whatever. But for an extreme nerd, like a mad scientist like me, I sit in my chair for like 10 hours a day, like literally. So when you are severe case like that, you need all my setup and because I found out the hard way. If you sit, you're gonna have back pain, eye pain, damages your eye, all sort of problems. So every hour or two, every 2 hours, you need to actually go out, look far, which is what I do. Okay, so anyway, iSpell is working fantastic. Okay, now put the code back, color it, show in browser. So this is what we did today. So there's another thing we want to test. Okay, so there's another thing. Where is this? We need to check if flyspell works. Okay, so open that. So there's a command, flyspell buffer. So it will highlight all incorrect words. Okay, so let's open Alice in Wonderland. Down the rabbit hole. Okay, copy the path, open that page. So there it is. Alice was beginning to get very tired. beginning. Okay, so let's beginning, and not the thing. Let's make it wrong. Okay, now call the command meta-x flyspell buffer. Okay, do it. Spell checking complete. Fantastic and beautiful. Can you see those red underlines? Ching, 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 ching. Now spell checking is working. Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Is it entertaining? So actually let's turn on visual line mod so that it doesn't cut the words like that. So Alice in Wonderland down the rabbit hole, so I can actually screenshot of it to prove that we did this successfully. Okay, now just delete that, save, close, showing browser, go back here, go here, and press. Now screenshot magically appears here, showing browser. There it is, a documentation of what we did today. So thank you guys for watching, and it's time to pay me. Go to xahlee.info, go to the bottom. You can see my Patreon, Amazon gift card, PayPal. So if you are working as a professional, pay me $100. Okay, thank you. So let's see what's the comment. Fun idea. So how does iSpell determine the boundary of the word? Well, that is not too much of, that's not too important question, because in English sometimes you have hyphenated word. For example, electronic mail, okay, so which became email, then which evolved into just email without the hyphen. But you also have like one time, okay, for example, let me show you just a simple one-time payment of $100 to xahlee, and you will become a good person. Okay, so there's one time, simple one time, that that one time is actually one word. Is that true? I'm pretty sure, but you can, let's say I spell it. Okay, so space 9, time is correct. So you can see it says time is correct. So that means it doesn't pick up the hyphen. But what if our cursor is here? So I spell again, space 9. It says 1 is correct. So that means I spell kind of ignored hyphen. The hyphen serves as a boundary. So, but is there a way to change that? You can look into, but that's not too important. I can look into by, for example, by first of all, describe function, I spell word, okay. Then you can see the documentation for I spell word, and then you can read, you can read the whole thing. Maybe it'll tell you, optional argument, whatever, spell quietly, I spell dictionaries and stuff. You can just read it. I spell region, and then eventually you jump to the source code, and then you can spend a few hours to dig to see if it's configurable, how it determines the boundary of the word. Okay, anyway, I don't think I care. So anyway, successful, fantastic. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. We shut down in 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. 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 Down the rabbit hole. Close, copy, paste link, close, and this is 3 days ago episode, and this is execute path. Copy, paste, okay, and next go back, close, and this is this guy's documentation. Fantastic. So this guy is Emacs Elements. Okay, check out his blog, which helped me today very easy set up everything. Raul Camino, are you here, Raul Camino? I think sometimes he is here. Okay, so check out this guy. Then my to do, then Windows tips, close that. Okay, reopen. There is Windows tutorial on environment variables, everything you need to know about it. Okay, copy the link here, linkify both. Okay, and then there is, you can do in PowerShell, okay, close that, Linux spec command line. Okay, and whatever. Okay, bye.